Welcome to the August 2021 market update for LA County. Prices dropped slightly by 1.2% versus last month from $835,000 to $825,000. That's still up 14.4% year to date as we started the year off at prices hovering around $721,000 and 17.7% higher versus the same time last year as prices were hovering around $701,000. This might offer relief to some buyers as it appears that the rapid price gains we saw due to demand for lower density neighborhoods and more living space, which was sparked by the pandemic, are starting to cool off. In fact, they could slow even more by this time next year as ongoing affordability challenges deter potential buyers and new listings are slated to increase over the next several months. Analyst forecasts have LA prices rising by 4.3%. However, new listings are down 4% versus last month from 8,642 to 8,270. That's up 22.3% year to date when new listings were 6,671 at the top of the year. But it's still slightly down about 5.3% versus last year, the same time when new listings were at 8,736. Active listings are up nearly 50% versus last month from 10,822 to 12,445. That's up 10.1% year to date when we started the year off at 11,304 active listings, but much lower, almost 20% lower versus the same time last year when we had 15,546 active listings. Pending sales took a nosedive, down 35.7% versus last month from 6,563 pending sales to just above 4,200. That's down 19.7% year to date as we started the year off with 5,052 pending sales. Yet, we're still lower, almost 37% lower versus last year, when at the same time last year, we had 6,684 pending sales. This is a further indication of the affordability issue we're facing and prevalence of buyer fatigue in the market. My predictions were that by mid-June, we would see this as more buyers opted to travel and go on vacations with some of that money they had saved up during the year-long lockdown. Closed sales also took a slight dip, down 6% versus last month when we had 7,156 closed sales versus 6,707. However, that's up year-to-date 39.4% when we started the year off with 4,813 closed sales and up 14.7% versus the same time last year at 5,849 closed sales. Median days on market remained flat for the fourth consecutive month at 9 days. That's down 30.7% year to date from 13 and down 43.8% versus the same time last year when the median days on market was 16. Obviously, we see that with low inventory, things are still moving quite rapidly. We still have less than a 3-month supply of inventory. Yep. It is still a seller's market, though it appears that we're getting more homes on the market as month supply increased 23.5% from 1.7 to 2.1. And just so you have a baseline to measure by, anytime month supply is under 5, it's a seller's market. Anything between 5 to 6 months is equilibrium, and anything over 6 months is now a buyer's market. So buyers, if you see that number hover above 6, you know that it's your time. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how the Fed reacts to consumer price appreciation. If it continues and causes market distortion, we could see the Federal Reserve make moves that have some cooling effect on the housing market. And with COVID cases rising in LA County due to the Delta variant, another lockdown could push our economy to an area where housing takes another unexpected twist. And like most of you, I'm waiting to see when the sky-high prices will eventually float back down to earth. For those of you who have been looking for that big break into the housing market, this just may be the start of it.